was just the relationship.
But see, you talk about black women in general, and just like with black women, I get specific. You can't talk about general if you can't handle it specifically in your life. You can't come in and saying that about black women being your enemy. How is that woman your enemy?
I want to introduce to you guys a new point system. If the guest makes a vital point that counteracts Kevin's point, they score once. If the guest is respectful, they score. If the guest can keep their composure throughout the entire conversation, they score. And finally, if the guest can follow Kevin's initial rules, as far as no over talking the host and all that good stuff, they score. All right, so that's a total of 4 points the guest can make. Now on to Kevin. If the guest thanks Kevin after the conversation, then Kevin can score. Kevin scores. If Kevin doesn't call the guest outside of their name, then Kevin can score. If the guest says at any point during the conversation, "You're right," like the phrase, "Yeah, you're right," or "Yeah, you're right," then Kevin scores. And last but not least, if the guest hangs up on Kevin, then Kevin will score. All right. So those are the new rules in the point system that we are going to implement today. We'll try it out on this first guy. All right. But before that, let's get into the scent of the evening. We are rocking Perfumes de Marley Pegasus. All right, this is some good stuff, guys. Check out the cologne review I'm going to do on it. Strong. Nice. All right, let's get into the video. I know you guys have been waiting, so let's do it.
Even if black men reach the certain level that that we should aspire to reach, I don't think the black women will follow us. I feel like 80% of them will still shit on us and leave us hanging.
Why? First of all, you said I feel twice. See any issue with that?
No.
That's a problem. As a man, you shouldn't worry about how you feel. So we're thinking what we do. It's one of the things we talk about women all the time. They always say, I feel, I feel, I feel. So what makes black women biologically different than any other group of women?
Biologically?
Yes.
There is no difference.
Then why
not from a biological perspective.
Then why would they not respond to the same evolutionary biology type things?
From what I've seen from anecdotal experience, it's like it's a temporary
what part of the country do you live in?
I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
So why does the divorce rate drop dramatically for black couples as well over an income of $250,000?
I didn't know that.
Maybe because you're not part of that group. See, if you're going to say something like that, I'm going to challenge it. Because basically what you're putting out here is you don't feel black women are going to, okay, I'll go with that. But why? Based upon what?
It's what I've seen my entire life.
You know,
black women have been my enemy my entire life.
They've been your what?
My enemy.
What do you mean your enemy?
Whether it's me, whether it's people that I know or people that I'm even related to, if there are strides towards success that are being made, there's an active effort to get in the way of the progress of what it is that we're doing. Like, honestly, like,
what does that mean, though? You come in and say black women have been my enemy. You're gonna have to give me a specific.
Okay,
there you go, man.
I recently dated a woman who was pursuing a dual doctorate degree in medicine and in chemistry.
I'm a PhD.
Throughout the entire relationship, throughout the entire relationship, the only time that we didn't have an argument or we didn't have any kind of ridiculous back and forth is when we were having sex. You know what I'm saying? Like once the orgasm was out the window.
How old are you?
28.
And how long did you
28. I've known her for 8 years, dated her for 1.
And you dated her to what end? What was the intended outcome? To what end? Yeah. Dating has a purpose.
I was interested in marrying her.
You dated her with
sure.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a musician and an Uber driver.
What?
I know.
You serious? Are you trolling me? Ninja,
no,
what?
I'm not.
Ninja, what? Your enemy is your pocketbook.
I know.
Don't come here to talk about black women. Man, see? I mean, are you being serious, bro?
I am, but the finances is definitely something that I'm working on.
Oh, hell no. A black woman who's you actually came in here to tell me that you dated a black woman who's pursuing 2 dual doctorates.
I'm a PhD.
And you're a goddamn Uber driver and a musician. That's not a problem, except you frame black women as your enemy. And your enemy is your inability to be productive on a serious level.
That's not currently true for me.
Well, here's the thing. I talked about what makes black women different on an evolutionary biological scale than any other group of women. You could not say that. I asked you about the decrease in the divorce rates over $250,000 for a couple. You didn't know about that. You said from your anecdotal experience, but unless you make that, your anecdotal experience has been to respect yours.
Well, so outside of me, I have mentors that I work with.
My ultimate point is at 28 years old, you're too young to be trying to talk about getting married anyway. See, you haven't found yourself. And if I go with what you said, your failure in relationships are justified by calling black women your enemy instead of looking in the mirror and saying, where am I at?
I do that every day.
And why? And why? What makes you said you were looking at her to be a wife, possibly? What makes you a husband?
Outside, from what standpoint?
Can you provide for a family?
Not yet. No.
Then you were dating this woman with the eye to marry her, and you couldn't even provide for a family. Your problem isn't the women, man. The problem, see, this is the problem with too many of us as black men. We don't have power. We're not trying to be serious. I mean, no disrespect, but I'm tired of hearing black men who are musicians and rappers and producers and actors and massage therapists and Uber drivers and chefs. Where's the trade? Where's the profession? Where's the real world? Something you walk into a Chamber of Commerce meeting with a business card and say, this is who I am and what I do, to where other men will take you seriously.
Was that rhetorical, or did you want me to respond?
No, I'm asking you, because if you were to go into a Chamber of Commerce meeting on any given Tuesday or Thursday, how many musician Uber drivers do you think you'd meet that were non-black?
None.
All right.
None. It's not where I plan on staying or what I'm working towards in the future.
I get it. I get that. However, you were dating a woman who is heavily degreed, and women respond to power. Unfortunately, she dwarfed you in power potential. So the only place you could dominate and show any power is in the bedroom, because she did not have to take you seriously. You weren't on the same level. See, and this is why I can't allow to stand when you come in here saying black women are this or black women are that. Are you a competitive black man?
Yes, I would say so.
Competitive against who?
Against I guess like people in my tax bracket. I don't want to stay here. I'm trying to get to the top 1%.
Okay. Well, that's the main thing. Becoming a productive, competitive, successful man, men who are that way tend to have fewer problems because they have more leverage. Did you have
That's something that I realized watching your content.
Well, so it's not black women. It's not women. You have little leverage in a relationship with a woman who's going to get 2 degrees. And I asked,
but what I'm saying
you said I asked you, how long have you known her? 8 years. You've known her long enough to know who she is and what she's about. You said you were with her for 1 year. I said, to what end? You said to marriage, and you're not in a position to be a husband. You can't provide for a family. You shouldn't have been in a relationship. That's the ultimate answer. You shouldn't have been in a relationship. She should have been on out somewhere else dealing with somebody who wanted what she wanted, but you were not in a position to deal with any women to that end. Casually, socially, sure. But talking about a wife, you can't provide.
Okay, so that goes against stuff that you've said previously, because what I make currently right now is average income. I average about 45,000 a year.
Goes against what I've said.
You're saying that that in order for someone to even consider marriage, that they should be making in the top 1%, or
no, I didn't.
At least that.
When have I said that? When have I said that?
Isn't that what you're saying right now? You're saying that because
no, sir, that is not. No. You said it conflicts with what I said, and I asked you, what did I say? And you just said, well, aren't you saying in order to be married, you need to be in the top 1%? Do you understand?
To be completely all right.
Okay, no, that's not what. No, stop. No. That's not what I said. That means that the only people who could get married are in the top 1%. I asked you, could you provide for a family? I didn't ask you how much money you made. I asked you, and you said no.
At 45,000, I mean, it's not.
Then that's all you need to know. You shouldn't be looking to marry anybody if you can't provide.
I told her that I needed time to build it up.
It doesn't matter what you told her. You shouldn't have been with her.
Okay.
She was going for all right, man. See, we have a problem. If you pick a woman who's going to school and getting dual doctorates, and you're an Uber driver and a musician, you're unequally yoked, man. You know that. And if you wanted her to wait on your potential, I think you're too young to be worried about any of this stuff anyway. And what I'm hearing is a lack of maturity because you haven't got there yet. If she had a father who was a productive, competitive, successful man, do you think he would have accepted you as an adequate son-in-law?
No.
Then it's not about her.
I was saying black women in general. I feel like despite the things that I wanted to do.
How was that woman your enemy?
Throughout the entire relationship, man, it was a teardown. You shouldn't have been in a French toast
relationship.
I agree with you on that point.
Take ownership and accountability for the fact that you shouldn't have been trying to. No, you don't.
I do.
Coming in.
All right, so that was a very nice video we just saw. Let's go over the point system right quick. I don't want to keep you guys too long. All right, so first one for the guest. Let's go over the guest. Did he make valid points that counteracted Kevin's points? He did not. He had many opportunities to do so, but he failed to get a point there, so we're going to -1. Was he respectful? I think this caller was respectful the entire time, yes. Did he keep his composure? I would say yes. He kept his composure the entire time. And last but not least, did he follow Kevin's initial rules as far as no over-talking the host and the other things that he usually says? I'm going to say no. There's one part where he intentionally cut Kevin off to try and make a point. So go back, rewind the video. You'll see the point I'm talking about. So he has a total of 2 points. at the end of that whole conversation. The guest, the caller, shout out to him. Let's see, Kevin. So Kevin's point system. If the guest thanks Kevin after the conversation, the guest did not thank Kevin, so Kevin does not get a point for that. Did Kevin call the guest outside of his name? Could be debated. He said ninja. I'm not going to count that against him because there was no harmful intent behind it. So we're going to keep that as a point for Kevin. If the guest says you're right at any point during the conversation, he was doing a lot of head nodding. Guys, if you go back and rewatch the video, he was nodding his head a lot. So I do count that as saying yes, but even if he wasn't head nodding, there was a point where he says, you're right, right? And I was like this to signify that. So Kevin gets a point there. And last but not least, if the guest hangs up on Kevin, Kevin gets a point. The guest did not hang up on Kevin. Kevin hung up on the guest. So therefore, we are at 2-2. So they both tied, actually, which is very interesting. I guess 2-2. They both tied. Let me know what you guys think about the point system. Maybe give me some good ideas on how we could really grade or judge these conversations. Just having fun with it, just trying to be innovative. Let me know if you guys liked it. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, all that good shit. You know, Twins and Things, we out, man. Do your thing.